Hi everybody, much peace to you and welcome to my YouTube channel. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good in my heart space and I'm trying to express my message today, and I hope that you're having a beautiful day. The Christmas is coming. Hope you are enjoying time with your family and friends, and I hope that everything is actually going well in your own spiritual journey. Today I want to speak about understanding the spiritual purpose from a higher vibrational perspective, okay? Opening your heart to your spiritual mission. And if you are new to the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you wish to be part of my spiritual podcast called Consciously Awakening, feel free to send me a message. Also, if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level, feel free to contact me at my Facebook address in the description below. Now, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. Life is actually hard, guys. Life is hard sometimes. But what I've seen is the fact that the roughest warriors pick the roughest battles. So if you really want to understand your purpose, you also need to understand your pain and suffering. Okay, you need to understand your negative experiences. You need to understand your chaos, okay? Because there is a beautiful saying that says that in chaos, there is great order. And I've seen that in the spiritual journey, it's so important to look within yourself, okay? It's so important to look within yourself because, you know, maybe the most important journey that you can ever have is the inner journey. Okay, the secret is within yourself. And there's a beautiful Indian proverb that says that everything that is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. It means that you shouldn't have resentment. Okay, you shouldn't have resentment. You should actually begin to accept your experiences. And this is what I want to focus on, accepting your experiences. Because some experiences are hard, you know, some experiences are rough. Some experiences actually make you question your sanity, you know. But when you understand your experiences and when you accept your experiences, you realize that you can actually raise your consciousness to the next level. You can actually begin to heal from these experiences. So if you really want to understand your spiritual purpose from a higher vibrational perspective, you gotta begin to accept your experiences, whether they are positive or negative, okay? Because what I've seen is the fact that the positive and the negative are actually two sides of the same coin, okay? In something negative, you can always find something positive, okay? It means that you have the power to actually alchemize yourself. You have the power to raise your consciousness to the next level. You have the power to actually be yourself in the process. And what I've seen is the fact that when I listen to my intuition, I win. Okay, because the intuition is constantly speaking to you. The intuition is constantly saying to you without thoughts, without words, what needs to be done. Okay, so the intuition is constantly speaking to you. And when you listen, it feels good. When you don't listen, it feels bad. Okay, and this is actually vibrational alignment. Okay, vibrational alignment means nothing more than staying connected with your gut feeling. And what I've seen is the fact that the gut is constantly speaking to me. It means that your spiritual purpose is actually connected to your intuition. Okay, your spiritual purpose is connected to your passion, to your skills, to your unique native gifts. Okay, so my suggestion is get to actually question yourself, get to know yourself a bit more, because when you get to know yourself, you also open the space for life to actually bring you better experiences. Okay, because everything that is happening is actually happening in relationship with who you are. Okay, you attract based on who you are. And I've seen that so many of us, we actually want things, but we are not resonating with the things that we want. Okay, we are not at the same frequency. So my suggestion is, if you really want to understand your spiritual mission from a higher vibrational perspective, you gotta match the frequency of your desired thing. Okay, you gotta become connected with your desires. You gotta become connected with your true passion. You gotta become connected with your true inner, most authentic expression. Okay, and of course we are all spiritual beings having human experience. Okay, we are all spiritual high vibrational beings having human experience. And what I've seen is the fact that the spiritual purpose is not always about the material stuff. Okay, it is not about the material stuff. It is more likely about a state of beingness. Okay, a state of expression. a state of where you are actually becoming at peace with your experiences, a state where you are actually raising your frequency to the next level. Okay, so it's not about the material stuff. It's not always about going and chasing and gathering things for yourself. It's more likely about learning to find peace with your state of being, with your state of beingness, because I've seen that so many of the things that I needed externally were already found within myself. Okay, they were already found within myself. And I've seen that I had a choice. You know, it's not like the destiny is set in stones, guys. Okay, it's not like the destiny is set in stones. You have a choice and you have free will to be anything that you desire. And what I've seen is the fact that the moment that I trusted my experience and the moment that I became at peace with myself was the moment that I actually found the fact that so many of the things were actually working in my favor. Okay, there's a beautiful saying that says that everything that says that life is actually not happening to you, is happening for you. Okay, and another tip would be gratefulness. You know, how grateful are you for your experiences? How grateful are you for your state of consciousness? How grateful are you for the things that you already have into your life? Because when you appreciate something, that thing will actually appreciate you back. So if you really want to attract more and if you really want to connect to your spiritual mission, you gotta begin to actually make peace with the circumstances in your life. And you gotta begin to start appreciating the things that you already have. It's about appreciation. Trust me, when you say thank you to the universe, you will actually receive more. But when you are living in greed and when you are living in constantly wanting to chase more, now you actually create resistance, because when you say that I really want something, you actually block that thing. But when you say I'm grateful, you actually welcome it into your life. And what I've seen is the fact that so many of us were actually attached to material things. You know, we are attached to material things. But when we become detached, we also end suffering, because like Buddha said, the only suffering is attachment. You know, the only suffering is attachment. So when you become detached and when you are just becoming yourself in the process, you realize that so many of the things are already found right in your state of consciousness. Now, another tip would be the fact that it's already right here, right now. Okay, it has the potential to actually be right here, right now. Whatever you desire and whatever you wish to experience is already found in the present moment, because past, present, and future are happening right here in the present moment. It means that you have a choice to actually be anything that you desire. You know, you have the power to actually manifest instantly. Okay, you have the power to manifest instantly, but all that you gotta do is actually clean your mind and change your mindset in such a way that you actually become present and focused. You know, you have the power to manifest and attract the reality that you want to experience. And you know, what I believe to happen is the fact that so many of us, we don't accept our negative feelings. Okay, we don't accept our negative feelings. And me as a Scorpio, as a water sign, sometimes I find it hard to accept my feelings. But what I've seen is the fact that I always have the power to alchemize my feelings. Okay, I always have the power to transcend my consciousness to the next level with acceptance. Okay, so when you accept something negative, you also give it the power to turn into something positive. Okay, and really the spiritual purpose is something that will come to you when you become at peace with yourself. Because I believe that when we are not at peace with ourselves, we cannot follow our mission, and we are being in resistance and we are being in low vibrational states of consciousness. But when we begin to let go, we can see that again, life is actually happening for us. It is not happening to us, it is happening for us. Okay, so realize, guys, that if you really want to follow your spiritual mission, you gotta begin to accept. Okay, you gotta begin to accept your circumstances, your experiences, your consciousness, your thoughts. Because with acceptance, you give the power for something new to actually come into your life. And you know, we are spiritual beings having human experience. We're all spiritual from my perspective. Okay, And really, spirituality is about the inner world, you know. Spirituality is about the inner consciousness. Spirituality is about realizing how much you don't know. And when you realize how much you don't know, you actually open your consciousness to the next level, okay? Someone said that enlightenment means knowing how much you don't know. And, you know, it's also about being humble in the process and recognizing your mistakes sometimes, you know, recognizing what your mistake was and getting to actually alchemize it. So it's all about a process of getting to know yourself, getting to know what your self-expression is about, getting to know what your unique side is about, getting to know what your gifts are, you know. And trust me, if you really want to follow your spiritual mission, you have to realize that the world actually needs you. Okay, we need you to be in your unique state of consciousness. We need you to be in your unique way of being, because, you know, we're not the same, guys. We're all unique beings. And when you find your unique expression, you realize that you have so many gifts to share with the world. Okay, you have come here on the planet with a purpose. And, you know, from my perspective, you cannot avoid your purpose. Whatever you are doing and wherever you are finding yourself in life, you cannot avoid your soul purpose, because everything that is happening for you to actually learn something out of it. Okay, it is happening for you to actually become your best version. And I really love the Indian proverb that says that everything that is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. This actually gives me the opportunity to not have regrets. It gives me the opportunity to not have resentment. It gives me the opportunity to learn to alchemize my state of consciousness, to get to alchemize my experiences, to get to be in my true authentic state of consciousness. Okay, so guys, realize that again, we are all spiritual beings having human experience. And I've seen in my own spiritual awakening that anything is possible. Okay, I've seen in my own spiritual journey that I had the power to turn even the roughest experiences, even the most negative experiences, into something beautiful. The moment that I didn't lose hope, the moment that I didn't lose trust, I got to see that I'm actually really powerful. And we are really powerful as human beings. We are really powerful as spiritual beings. And we have the power to actually be anything that we desire. And again, you don't have to be attached to constantly doing and chasing. Okay, it's more likely about a state of consciousness. It's more likely about making peace with where you are standing right now. Because wherever you are right now is actually the perfect place to be into. Okay, no matter where you are, that is actually the best place to be into. So my suggestion is get to use the tools of your own consciousness to build and manifest anything that you desire. So you are actually at the right moment at the right time. And when you realize this, you realize that you can actually attune yourself to a higher vibrational spiritual mission. Okay, so guys, thanks so much for watching, and this was today's message about finding the soul purpose from a higher vibrational perspective, finding the spiritual mission. And of course, you have your own unique mission. Okay, I cannot really tell you what to do. I cannot really tell you what to do. I cannot say that you have to do this and you have to do that. No, it's all my own subjective perspective. But when you really get to find your own unique side, you will get to have the power to actually discover things for your own self. Okay, you have the power to find your own unique spiritual mission. I'm only sharing my own subjective perspective. Okay, I'm not saying that this is actually the absolute truth. This is only my subjective personal experience. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and like always, see you on what is coming up next. I'm closer and closer to my true self. I'm closer and closer to my true authentic state of consciousness. And I'm realizing that everything that has happened has actually happened for me. Even if sometimes was negative, even if sometimes was painful, I still am here with all the gifts that I have, and I still get to actually express my beautiful vision in the way that fulfills my soul's mission. Okay, so guys, thanks so much for watching, and like always, namaste to you, and see you on what is coming up next. Much peace and see ya. Bye bye. I love you so much. Get to be your true authentic version and you will see magic happen. I love you so much. Much peace and see ya.